My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Curse of the Dead Gods. Alrighty then. Let's have a look at anything in here for a second, because I forgot that I'd already done the relevant things. Okay. This event, for gold and blood, your craving is absolute when the basic needs must be appeased. You start at death's door, and blood and gold are your only sources of subsistence. Blood and gold are your only sources of subsistence. Interesting, interesting. Which of the blessings would I want to take in there? Or, actually, the other one's in the Jaguar Temple, is it not? Maybe I go in there and do the reptilian hunger stuff. Death in the Jaguar. When death calls, it's only a matter of time. The clock of life ticks. Slaying your foes will only delay it. Your body craves speed and murder. Can you handle it? I like that. Let's do that one. Finishes cost no stamina fire attacks. It's a heavy weapon as well, and gives us an Aegis shield. Plus 20% at the base is a claw. Fully charged shots inflict 50% more damage. I'll take this with the Sidewinder sword and just run in. Let's go, Death in the Jaguar. Okay. So we can get a relatively early weapon, right? Third floor weapon in the second area. Get an upgrade on it pretty quickly thereafter, as well as stats. So if I take a light value opening floor, so that would be gold, stats question mark, relic question mark. As long as we can maintain our greed kill bonus, we should be okay. You should build up a giant amount of money. Also, one of the good things about having a heavy weapon when you're trying to do reptilian hunger things is you no longer have to try and keep up your greed kill counter whilst kiting the enemy to destroy the wall that you want them to destroy. Instead, you just finish them off and then turn around and do it yourself when the timer isn't running. Sorry for the slight pause there. All right. Let's go. Ooh. Lot of gold here in the opening. Love a good 50. Oh, hang on. There's a timer next to my health bar. So I guess if no enemy dies in that time, I would die myself. Nice. Plus 40 on that. Plus 30% damage to lightning attacks. Gives us max health that doesn't help us at all right now, so I guess I will just take that. And the timer still runs when I'm out of combat. Okay, so I have to be really quick about these kinds of things then. That's okay, there will be enemies up here. Take you down personally. Also got a 4% max health when you pass through a door. I'll take the negative 4 corruption on that one. I think it's not going to be too long before I would have something pretty happy to replace that with, or rather, I would be pretty happy with which to replace that. Okay. I'm doing a little bit more leaping than I typically would. I'll come back to those in a moment. Let's take care of the leapables first. Right. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get the enemy to destroy that wall for me. Just to save a little bit of time, not because I needed to do it. Plus 15% to lightning attacks. It's also against max health, so I'll take that. 3 decks, also against max health, so I'll take that definitely. I mean, this gold isn't going to be huge. I'm a little concerned about that timer. Oh, no! Ah! I lost my stacks! Because that thing in the middle of the map was in the way. Prevented me from getting all of the hits. Oh! Damn. That sucks pretty bad. All right. We may want to stop taking detours that just give us gold. I say as I take a detour that just gives us gold. I said may. We may want to stop taking those. Maybe not. Just perfect roll through that one. Keeping up my timer. And then that should be a pretty easy stagger and kill. We've got enough damage from our greed stacks at the moment that we are being able to kill those in a single cycle. 20% chance to inflict lightning damage. There's lightning if I want it. It's tied to perception. We could also get a point of dex for turning this weapon down. Point of dex is really good. I'll take it. I'll take the weapon. It's the chance to inflict lightning when I already have plus 45% damage to lightning across 2 relics. This makes a little bit of sense to me to pick up. Oh. I'm also going to try and utilize the offhand of the dagger here. Go. Just a little. And the stats, just pay with gold for the top Tomokan Yachts. Come on, unknown. Don't be a Haven. Not a Haven. Can be anything else and I'll be happy. I think like the one I would be most happy with would probably be a challenge room. Just a lot of enemy density in there. Seems like that'd really help us a lot. Utilize the trap there to actually get that kill. Ooh, a heavy weapon and it's lightning. Okay, this one we definitely take. And now the dagger means a little bit less to us. Oh, that's okay. I'm also kind of happy to have the dagger. I do want to practice the offhand combos with the dagger. -10 to the gold offering cost or -4 corruption. Without any corruption attrition at the moment, I'm happy to take basically any negative corruption that's offered me. Pretty much no matter how it is offered to me. Now, I do have my own heavy weapons, so I don't have to worry about the enemy kiting factor here. Although, a lot of these are unlikely to be worth the time I'm about to spend trying to open them. Something I should definitely be aware of and still make the same mistake, though. Actually, I could just see which ones had gold in them. I should have just gone to those instead. Left myself without enough stamina to be very, very comfortable there. Okay. Dump. Dump. Being able to be just outside of the range of their pod while opening with that attack is real good. Plus 5% base damage per level of relics carried. We're not really carrying good relics. And again, anti-corruption. Plus 100% to all healing effects. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you just carry through to the end of the dungeon. A Chalice of Vigor on the 3rd level. Amp up any of your other anti-health attrition, at least. Have to parry chests, but they're going to drop an additional item. Having to parry them, not a huge fan of that. Might end up robbing us of... Let's get over there. That may end up robbing us of a couple of Greed! Oh my god, I forgot. Got him. That's the same as what I'm currently using. That's worse than the one I'm currently using. Is it? Basically the same for us, actually. Max health, I guess. I need to get the golden hourglass so that I don't lose my greed stacks while I'm still fighting enemies and just trying to reposition or something like that. Thank you for the excess gold gain. Had to use the torch there for just a second. Gain 100% of damage taken in gold. Definitely going to take the stats over that one. Speaking of stats, we'll take Jansen's to show our favor here as well. Finally gaining some perception. Bit late, but better late than never. Now, here's the real kicker. How do I keep it through this fight? I'm going to have to stay engaged basically the entire time. Which is going to get really hard without a ranged weapon. No! Oh my god, too many enemies attacking at the same time. Wow, you got us. Yeah, absolutely got us. See, perfect rolling through those hits actually would have kept our combo up as well. Honestly, if we made it through that, we were probably going to be fine for the entire thing. Oh, that's so rude. Like, this would have been the greatest period where I'm not hitting anyone. Or rather, not doing anything that would get stacks back for me. Unfortunately, couldn't cancel that as soon as I saw the enemy was actually going to be attacking. I was trying to stagger them before they started the attack, but waited too long for the stamina. Bloodstake. Yeah. A 20% chance there to get Bloodstake. Unfortunately, we did have to clear trap chests as well. I would have chosen not to if I was given the choice, but I wasn't. 2 Tomox pendants there. Okay, so we just picked up 12 Constitution. Things that scale with Constitution is suddenly a reasonable idea. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go attributes at the very start here as well. I'm liking the attribute game we're currently on. 32. Okay, I need to get into killing enemies again quickly. Wait, I had a heavy weapon. Ryan. Weighted blades. Projectile increases, extra damage against burning enemies, extra damage per point of perception. I mean, I'll take them. They're better damage right now. Also gives us a ranged weapon, which we were previously lacking. Uh, 8% of max health when I walk through a door. That would be all the anti-attrition I need. But it also comes with 2% 2 constitution if I turn it down. So what? Heals 16% max health every time I go through a door. Fine, I'll trade one of the Tomox pendants for that. Why could I... Excuse me? I couldn't animation cancel my finisher with the main weapon there, the throwing weapon? You're supposed to be able to animation cancel pretty much everything in this game, except for like the finishers of heavy weapons and charged weapons, charged attacks of heavy weapons. Not pleased about that. Really happy to have the challenge room here. It's going to be a lot of extra time we get to buy. And it's also going to be a short amount of time for us to complete if everything goes ideally. How did that not hit the enemy that was standing directly next to that? The... I can't even remember their name. It was an enemy that was standing directly next... One sec. Whispering Aegis. Plus 20% base damage of the main weapon's throwing weapon, which it is. Sure. Take that there. Also, there's a crystal skull that was hiding down here. It was a lurker. Yeah, there was a lurker that was directly next to the impact site for the finisher of the heavy weapon, and it just didn't take damage for some reason. Come on, trap chest. Give me trap chest back. Bloodlust. That's... it's going to kill a lot of our gold gain right now, unfortunately. We're going to have to use our secondary weapon a lot here. Just because it's probably going to be significantly more efficient damage. Especially when there are a bunch of enemies on the screen and they've got, like, odd attack timings. Because obviously I'm not going to want to use heavy weapons in that case. Definitely use that to open up that fight while everything's spawning. I'm amazed that that actually jumped over the attack the enemy was using there. Usually I just kind of get dead stopped. Beautiful. A lot of extra health. Well, Venomous Fangs. Plus 1 base damage per point of Constitution. Check. Plus 10% base damage. Check. Or, like, both of those are really good for us right now. Restores 1% of max health for every enemy killed. Which would be all of the anti-attrition with the Chalice of Vigor. Like, I know it's easy to make reasons to take a claw, because I like them and I'm good at using them. But that could have been any weapon with those modifiers and it would have been pretty much an instant pick. So I feel pretty comfy taking it there. Okay, I remember this room. We need that one to blow up that one first, and that one to blow up that one. Wait a second. What we actually needed was just go in the next room. Whoops. No! There we go. I don't want to lose that stack, please. If it's at all possible not to. Oh my god. Yeah, I should have known this one was only gold as well. Oh god. Ah, there's no enemies in here! Alright, yeah, that's the end. We're dead. Okay. Okay. I know how we have to handle this now. But unfortunately, that was an event. So now we're dead. At least we got a little bit more play of the reptilian stuff in there. 10 rooms complete. 20. Bah. I want that one to come up as another challenge, please, sometime soon. I guess now let's try for Golden Blood, because that one's probably also going to be a bit rough, considering it's an Eagle Temple situation right there. Eagle Bow, Storm Lash. Let's take the Blazing Shield and Sidewinder there. I really want Grace of the Tempest, but I don't want it just yet. We'll drop Reptilian Hunger. And turn on Serpent's Bounty, I guess? These... yeah, none of these are related to healing. Or rather, none of them amplify your healing. Just the part that I cared about there. 2 weapon upgrades available, one after the other. However, I also have the ability next floor to go for a weapon and then stats and then an upgrade immediately. So I'm probably going to go gold stat here. But I could be convinced the other way by maybe like a really good weapon drop. I don't want to go to a weapon shop and then buy a weapon and then have to upgrade it 2 times. That just feels like I'm taking on a lot of corruption early. To try and get a weapon that is going to be as good as a weapon that I would just get on the next floor anyway. Unless it was, like, definitely the weapon I wanted to take in the final fight. It's hard to overinvest like that, especially that early. Oh, I have the Bloodlust modifier. That's what's going... Right, so that's why... Wow, I guess Reptilian Hunger actually would have been really good here. As it turns out, hindsight's 20/20. I haven't got a heavy weapon. I also didn't leave the enemy to actually blow open that door, unfortunately. That's my bad. So those will still give me corruption as well, the blood in the urns. Unfortunate. Bloodlust 2, but can I get to Bloodlust 4? Ha! Almost. No. None of that nonsense, thank you. Plus 20% base damage for whips. I'm going to take the money, because I'm finding it real hard to get good money right now. Obviously, as a result of greed kills not doing it. So if it's going to be hard to get money because we're not getting any from greed kills, that's going to mean that, well, shops are significantly less valuable. Increase max stamina by 1. Yeah, I'll just take that. Yeah, shops are going to be significantly less valuable. Buying things with blood is going to be a lot more important, which means anti-corruption attrition is going to be a lot more important as well. Hey, at least there's almost certainly no Haven spawns in this mission. No! How? Hit this door. Thank you. That's what I was trying to get them to do the entire time. Negative corruption on that one, I think. It's 15% damage against weakened enemies. So small as to be something that we will pretty quickly end up removing. Oh, good thing we immediately hit that roll afterwards. Otherwise, that was going to be a bad time for us. I thought I was definitely going to be safe there. Oh, well. Oh, well. You are kidding me. You have to offer blood? I have to take Tamok's gift. That's so cruel. Well, so anti-attrition corruption is not going to be a problem. It's just healing as much as I can. Literally, like, I think this challenge is all about having reptilian hunger and focusing on your bloodlust stacks, trying to use that to generate the value that you then use to buy things. +2 per point of perception. Yeah, I don't have that. I'll take the anti-corruption there as well. Not that the anti-corruption means too much right now. As it currently stands, I feel like I'm probably dead as soon as I get into the boss fight. Doesn't feel like I'm going to get enough HP to survive the 2 or 3 hits that I'm still taking regularly in the first champion of the Eagle dungeons. Plus 30% damage in darkness. I'll take that. Definitely. How dare you dash away at the same speed as I was dashing towards? That's a slight against me. It's good to know kind of like the actual modifiers. I guess we go stats again. It's good to know the actual modifiers of the challenges so that if they should appear again in the future, I will know how to approach them. Here I keep saying the obvious thing, which is obviously, you know, reptilian hunger would be great here. Because I didn't know I had bloodlust. I have I'll use the corruption on that one. Good, we managed to keep the combo going. Unfortunately, no enemies in here. There was no way I was going to be able to keep it going. Right, I'm more familiar with the placements in that room as well. I'm going to have a lot more ease clearing them quite quickly in the future. Unfortunately, no extra challenge in here. Yeah, I'll just pay the gold for both of them then. I guess we're going gold and gold in this final area too, despite the fact that gold's not really that good for us yet. I mean, there are more enemies in this room. Negative 10% to the blood offering cost. Sure, that's pretty good. There are more enemies in this room, but I don't think I'm going to go around and try and pop all the pods at the very start here. The very last thing I need right now is to bite off more than I can chew. I'll also take all of the blood in the urns that I can find. Our corruption is not a problem right now. Our blood is. Seeker Mace. We get a point of constitution for turning this down, but also extra base damage per level of relics carried. So 3, so it's plus 15% base damage on it at the moment. And then adding the 10% from my dex. Yeah, so that's why it's 10 plus 5. Cool. Extra damage against elite champions and bosses. I do like that. My secondary is not a pistol, though. I'll take the free point of constitution there. I don't know if Bloodlust is healing me for a percentage of my max health or like a specific amount. If it's a percentage of max health, then I definitely stand by the thing we just did. If it's a specific amount... I deflated balloon. I deflate balloon, stand by it. 10% extra damage in the light, but I trigger a wave of darkness anytime I take damage myself. Extinguishing sources of light that are already extant. There we go. Get the trap to do some kills for us there. Thank you muchly. 10% to the gold offering cost? Sure, I'll take that and then immediately roll away. So I have to be very decisive as to where I use this money on the next floor. It's got to be for buying a weapon, right? That's my initial read, and I don't think, like, first idea, best idea, but... So I'll take a little more time to think about it as well, but that's definitely where I'm leaning at the moment, where my head is. Where my head's at, where my heart's at. Where I think the run is going. I'm basically the statue for you, friend. 4% of max health. This would actually heal us, right? But also, we do want that dex. No! Definitely needed them to destroy that wall again. Forgetting about that. Eventually, I won't be able to forget about it because I will have forgotten about it so many times that I'll remember it. 30% extra damage whilst in darkness? Yep. Because that's how we're going to be fighting the boss. The champion. Constantly in darkness. Okay, and there's the gust. Just wanted to see it. Hey-oh! You and I have a dinner date, friend. Thank heck I have all of this stamina. Hop. It's really helping out. Oh my god. We're getting some good rolls and dodges and moves and like control of the environment in here. Oh my gosh. Stop. Please, you need to get off the wall. It makes dodging those so much harder. Oh. So, apparently, the champion weapon condition for this enemy is killing them while they are charging their laser or firing their laser. It looks like we didn't get the drop. Now, it's still, even if you meet the condition, it's only a 20% chance for the drop, so I'm going to try and do it a bunch more times. Plus 2 divine favors to offer it, but it's plus 45% crit and 4 perception. That's so good. 30% extra damage in darkness. Charged attacks weaken enemies. God, plus 30% damage in darkness as well. Plus 20% to its critical damage. So hitting an enemy from behind with this is pretty ridiculous. This offers for 125. This offers for 2 divine favors. Each green kill removes a corruption. What are these? What are these? Plus 30% damage against burning enemies. Okay, so I feel like probably neither of the whips. We're definitely taking Onyx Shards, 100%. That's coming along with us. We're definitely taking the Ring of Purity as well. Over the gold offering cost, I think. Serpent Blade I really want. Barbed Whip, not so much. Well, look, this Barbed Whip's not coming along, right? Because if I'm taking a Barbed Whip, it's this one. The only real benefits on this one are not tangible for us at the moment. Love it. Okay, I'll spend on a weapon, and then I may use blood for a stats afterwards, even possibly, depending on how our HP is at the point. Don't know why I wanted to check this right now. Plus 3% per point of perception. That's actually really good. 30% extra damage against Elite Champions Boss. Don't you dare. This is actually, like, demanding right now that I try and take this. No. I don't give instance bans. Ooh. No! No! Stop! Get away! Then, yeah, finish him off. I should have been hit there, I think, by the arrow. Would have made total sense for me to take that hit. On. There we go. Sweaty palms on that one, but we got him in the end. Removes a corruption per enemy killed. Extra damage to the next weapon. Not super jazzed about that. Extra damage with the seconds of whip. 30% extra damage against Elite Champions bosses. Maybe if I had have taken the whip, but I didn't. And definitely not the Gusting Blade by itself. So reroll. Serpent Blade. Per point of... No. Scales with Dex. Again, it's on the offhand. Gosh, I guess I'm re-rolling again. Keen Bow. 20% chance to inflict poison. 2 levels higher than our current Keen Bow. Scales with Constitution, as well as Dex. Sidewinder, Jaguar. I'm rolling again. Huh. +1 damage per point of perception. Extra damage against uninjured enemies. Ooh, weighted blades. These are throwing... Plus 20% on the critical, as well as plus 20% base damage of the secondary weapon's dagger. Yeah, I'll take that. And I offer 180 worth of my HP for it. Okay, I gotta keep in mind the kind of general range of this. It's just shorter than my torch range. Got it. Because we need to hit at maximum distance for maximum effect here. Can we not suddenly take infinite damage here, please? Alchemist's Fire Stick. I'll take the 2 decks from that one before I get too hung up on it and try and use it. Well, there's the reliquary up in the other area. I don't want to try and fight that just yet if I can avoid it. Oh my god, the tracking! Stop! Stop! I don't have the stamina right now! Oh, throwing knives are rough. After you get an enemy's attention by killing one of their friends, oftentimes, it really feels like it's no longer time to use your throwing weapons. Or at least the knives. We've been taking a lot of damage here, so I'm feeling a little less comfortable with the trade I made earlier. Feeling like maybe I should have just used the gold instead. You know, hindsight's 2020. Just want to make sure that the elite champion didn't get the ability to attack there. I didn't want to have to dodge the 3 attacks at the same time. Gold offerings remove 10 corruption. I don't think that's something we need at this point. I'll take the dex. Because we can't go to that many gold offering rooms with as little money as we have. Damn. That sucked. It's exactly what I was trying to prevent from happening. It still happened. Oh, God. I have to pay HP if I want both of them as well. This is probably a bad idea, but I will pay the HP. Okay. Let's play as safe as we possibly can. I need a lot of HP here. Plus 15% to critical damage. I mean, that's nice. I think I will transmute that one, though. I just did not think that was going to extend to get as far as me there. Nope. No harpies, thank you. I remember when I wanted this to be a perfect room. Seems so long ago now. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't even buy any of these. Well, I hate that I did that. Back down on 50. Now, play good or die, Raps. Those are your two choices laid out in front of you. Other curses are not known for as long as this one is not lifted. It's our only curse, and it is probably going to be lifted before I gain another one, so not really any impacts there. Oh, challenge room. Well, I mean, we can do this slowly. Heck, even slowly was pretty quick there. Now we've got decent money as well. Be another weapon upgrade, maybe? So just circle around the enemy as if fishing for a backstab there. Goes against the Blade Master after their charge attack. No! Two elites at the same time. Stop charging at me, please. Too much charging. I'm scared to try and parry because the failure of parrying is gonna represent basically the failure of the mission at this rate. 2%, but yeah, I'm not getting enough gold or holding on to enough gold for that to be I'll play. It's also the only 2% one rather than 2 or 4. Oh my god, it was actually another weapon upgrade. Why I asked for it? Let's upgrade the weighted blades again. I'll go for a bit more gold for the next area. Also likely to have a fair few enemies off of which I can heal, a fair few urns off of which I can heal as well. Nice, efficient clear right there. Plus 50, sorry, plus 30% damage to fire attack. No, I'll take the two decks there, definitely. Don't have to ask me twice. Just loot the heck out of all of the available golds on this map. That was really bad on my position. I could have done that easily fine, but I overrolled and then underrolled on the return. 50% of damage taken in gold. No. 209 gold, thank you. Yes, I know that came with 3 decks, but again, it's another thing that I would want to replace soon just with a stats pickup, so I might as well get the money. Another Alchemist Fire Stick, and this one actually scales with Perception. God, I actually want it. Yeah, fine. Fine. You got me, game. I hadn't upgraded the Serpent Dagger, so, you know, at least it's still easy to transition out of. Yeah, I knew that was coming. At least we made it out of there, got as much gold as possible. We've got high perception as well, so that gold is definitely worth a bunch to us. Keen Bow versus the Primal Hammer. You know what, I'm taking the Primal Hammer, and here it's just because I have much better ranged weaponry other than that Keen Bow already. And the hammer will get us into other rooms. I don't like that I keep moving forward while I'm using the combo. Yeah. Closing that gap there. Nice try, bud. Okay, so I can actually even be in the way of that fist as long as I'm not in their collision spot. Interesting. Get out of here, Mark. Damn it. I didn't need to take a hit there, but I was like, I can finish this before the enemy takes that charge. Evidently, no. No, I can't. 30% damage to lightning attacks, 6 perception, 45 to fire attacks. Negative 30% to blood offering cost as well as constitution. That one's pretty good. Lost to all of them. 12% max HP. Definitely. Taking that. 100%. And Ancient Buckler. Plus 20% base damage. The second is a throwing weapon. Plus 10% base damage. Also restores health for each enemy killed. Yeah, we definitely have to take that Ancient Buckler. We definitely also have to take the Tainted Effigy here. Both of these I'm probably going to turn down for their related stats. Get a bunch of constitution out of them. Wow, there are actually healing shrines here. I kind of like the idea of trying to just go healing and then advance up to the top, go for 2 upgrades on the same dagger. Sorry, on the throwing weapon. But also the throwing weapon is not going to be great against the final boss here, I don't think. Fine. I'm going to commit to it. Which means there... Actually, maybe I take 2. Sure. If I'm ever going to start losing a bunch of HP, this will be here. Up. Just keep swinging. I gotta remember, I do have the shield, which demands that I kill enemies with it so that I can heal. I didn't think there would be any, like, any weapons that could heal you here. I thought it was just going to be the bloodlust against enemies that was going to do it. Wanted to try and do that perfectly. Oh my god, lined him up at the very end there at least. Alright. You are throwing... Obviously no. Oh, damn, that was quick. Gonna have to pay for this one with blood. That's why I needed to get so much extra HP prior, because we're going to be paying for these upgrades in blood. And if I'm paying in blood, maybe I go to the question mark room rather than the upcoming gold room. Dang. There wasn't another champion there to deal with doing their 3-shot barrages. Still rough, but it could have been worse. Oh, gosh. I did not need to take that hit right there. If you stay on the border and then just let those hit the wall, seems like the safest way to proceed through that room. Okay, that seems like the actual direction, so I'm gonna... Wow. Another millimeter and I would have seen there was a dead end there. I like being able to open a fight by removing an enemy. Simplifies everything. It's also just like a good check for your damage, because if you can do that, your damage is probably in a good space. Just checking if maybe there was an unexplored secret. I've still got an eye out towards the possibility of more secrets. As per always. I just like that value, baby. Pretty much all my stats are in similar positions right now. You got me, Trap. You absolutely got me. You rumbled me something fierce. I should swap back to using the shield for some of these kills for the sake of the HP gain. Hadn't been doing that so far because it didn't seem necessary, but it's starting to seem necessary again. Speaking of necessary again, let's go there for that health. Ah, right, that's just the other entrance to here. Got it, got it. Oops, inertially went into the gold, my bad. I probably would have chosen to go to the question mark room. No! The shield charge there is just a little short. Just a little bit. You're a champion, so... Whew. Really took a gamble trying to go for that last hit there. Could have ended up taking a huge amount of damage as a result instead. Get the stamina back before I engage. Okay, that was like masterfully handled so far. I was about to say that room was masterfully handled, but there's still more to it. I don't aim to presume that I will manage to keep up that pace. I know these knives do more damage from afar, but sometimes it would have cost me damage in terms of time to reposition as well. So if your goal is ultimately more damage, sometimes just plugging in shots directly next to the enemy is the go. As I've mentioned before, or rather, the way that I think about this is in terms of breakpoints. So one combo is going to kill the enemy regardless of whether or not I'm afar or up close, because my crit is ridiculous. Then sure, I can do that either up close or afar. Like there. Obviously staying far away from that baby didn't really matter. Getting up close and personal to them didn't really matter because they were just a couple hits from dead. Probably soon, no matter where I stood. To get as many crystal skulls as I possibly can. I mean, look, we are going to have to focus a hell of a lot on crystal skull gain right up until we have all of our divine favor as well as all the blessings and all the altars unlocked. Then I can start ignoring them. I kind of wish they were similar to the hegemony credits in Enter the Gungeon though, where if you ignored them, they would just pick themselves up at the end of the room. They actually may already be, and I wouldn't know because I habitually pick them up, worried that they won't be. Oh no. This one's rough. Just a bunch of elite blade masters. You know what? Let's parry. We're in a pretty comfortable health. That was exactly the thing I know not to do against that enemy. We're in a pretty comfortable health positioning there. Ooh, actually, 4 perception as well as 30% base damage for shields. Yeah, my shield could totally take... Sorry, 20% full base damage. My shield could totally take that 20. Exceedingly happily, in fact. Pay outright for the Tomokan Yacht's favors there. one final upgrade. So I am going to get a second curse right before the boss room, unless I find like a bunch of corruption removal here. Just not exceedingly likely. That sucks. Well, never mind. Now I can't prevent it at all because I already have accrued it. Oh my god, there's so many babies! The entire enemy team is babies! They're all champs as well. Stop! That's what I get for trying to learn how to parry. Just get these reliquary orbs as dead as they can be. Perfect. And then I can focus on the rest of my gold gain attempts. Although without getting up a greed kill counter much at all, it's not that impressive. God, I'm gonna have to spend HP here again for another upgrade. It'll be worth. If it ends up saving us like a couple cycles of damage, it could end up saving our lives. Chests have to be parried. Yeah, that's not going to affect us at all. Obviously not here in the final fight. Speaking of, hello! Whoop, nice try. The repositioning would take so long right here. Hey, you triggered your parry after I threw the weapon and then hit me because the weapon hit you. That's rude as hell. Charging attack with thrust. Ooh. I didn't even recognize that attack there. Like, I've definitely seen you do it before, but I didn't recognize it. Yeah, fighting this boss with throwing weapons is kind of rough because that whole can just suddenly parry a hit that's already in the air. I like that one's not a roll. Or at least doesn't have to be. And that'll do that. Beautiful. Bunch more meta resources for us, and we still have a successful mission at the end of the episode, despite the first one. What first one? I don't know what you're talking about. For the moment! My name's Rhapsody, the name of the game, excuse me, has been Curse the Dead Gods. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you next time.